Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. I am already on the road for the big holiday week, and I am back with my Week 11 Sunday prop betting picks for the NFL. Our Thursday night woes continued here to start off Week 11, but we are still 61, 45, and 2 on the year with a healthy margin of profit. And I have been absolutely crushing Sunday afternoons this season with my prop betting picks, and I plan on doing the same thing here to Bovada Sportsbook once again, starting off with Kirk Cousins over under 275.5 passing yards. The Redskins absolutely needed to win this game to stay in the playoff hunt and the wild card hunt. The Packers basically needed to salvage their season. This is going to be a pretty good game between these two teams. Both their secondaries have had their issues this year, but the Green Bay Packers are coming off a week giving up 295 yards and 4 touchdowns to Marcus Mariota, and they have been very vulnerable this season, especially when you consider that the Packers' rushing defense has been so good this season. The Redskins might not have any other choice but to pass the ball in this game, and I think 275.5 just putting Kirk Cousins, I think, selling him just a little bit short here this week. And a game that should be a game where hopefully Packers may even get their stuff together and make it a game, and obviously the Redskins being at home helps a lot here for Cousins as well. Not sure about the weather completely heading in to Washington, D.C., or Landover, Maryland this weekend, but I still like the over here, minus 125 from Bovada Sportsbook. Next up, David Johnson over under 37.5 receiving yards in this one. Said it before, and I will say it again, David Johnson is the best receiving back in the backfield of any NFL team this week, and the Cardinals have a tough game against the Minnesota Vikings this week, but if you look at it, the Vikings have actually been giving up a ton of yards to opposing running backs on the ground over the last 4 weeks, and that should translate to a few more opportunities for Johnson to catch a few passes here in this one. As we know, all it takes is one for this kid to bust one for a long score. With that kind of upside and only 37.5 yards, which is how much they could be using him this week, I like the over in this one too at minus 125 from Bovada Sportsbook. The Vikings have allowed 395 receiving yards to opposing running backs this year. That ranks just outside of the bottom 10 teams in the league. So the precedence is there. And with how the Vikings defense has not been looking great against running backs over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I like the over here in this one at 37.5, minus 125 from Bovada Sportsbook. Best of luck to you on that one and those two. As always, check out my Monday player and team prop betting picks as well to close out the week. Let's see if we can get a couple of wins, though, here on Sunday. But until next time for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts and shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.